Alrighty, guys, what is going up? Whoa, I feel like I'm really loud. But alrighty, guys, what is going up? I hope you guys are all having a great and a amazing day today. Sorry, hold on. I'm reaching for my notebook. I forgot I left it on the ground. But in today's episode, whoa, all right, are we good? I think we are. I think we're finally good. All right, so in today's episode, we're going to be talking about things that I've learned after 2 years of full-time day trading. So now, really, this is going to be a very, very important episode. It's going to help a lot of beginners, I feel like. And honestly, if I heard this when I first started, I would have loved it. But all right, so, whoa, Jesus. I feel like my microphone is like extremely loud right now. I don't understand why. But all right, let's just jump into the episode. I can't tell what's going on with this. I don't know if that's better or worse. No, that is not better. Okay, I feel like that might be a little better. All right. So the very first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is a single trade can wipe out 10 profitable trades before. So what this means is when I first started trading, I was young. I wanted to learn how to day trade. So immediately I opened up a Robinhood account and I just started nailing trades. No, that's not what happened. I opened up the Robinhood account and I was losing money like crazy. I was using the TD Ameritrade charts on a computer and executing orders on my phone just because they had that free commission. So I lost roughly like $1,500, maybe even $2,000. I lost, and I was like, what the heck am I doing? So I soon realized I need to understand what I'm doing. So I took it was, what was it, like 10 months? I feel like it might have been around 10 months, even a year. And I studied, and I became like obsessed with the idea of learning about stocks and trading. So I literally would read like 2 books a month, and before then I freaking never read. I graduated high school, I was in college, I didn't really care, but I was reading so many books on investing and the stock market. And when I started learning all this, a lot of things started clicking, using studies, moving averages, treating it like a business, stuff like that. So I began, posting some of these topics on my YouTube channel. So I wanted to, help others learn as I was learning. I felt like it was a cool concept, so I started doing this. And obviously my videos were only getting like 20 views, maybe 30, maybe even 50 views, some of them. But I was devoted to it, and I really took a lot of time, and I was paper trading during this time, and I was really developing a strong strategy. So after doing this, 10 months later, the same thing almost every single day, I opened up a SureTrader account. Okay, so for those of you that don't know what SureTrader is, at the time it was a way to get around the PDT rule. So this rule is really you only can day trade 3 times within a 5-day trading period, and if you trade more, you're classified as a pattern day trader. Your broker has to shut your account down for 90 days, and it's a big pain in the neck. And so I did that, and I set up with SureTrader. SureTrader had crazy fees, but it was a way to kind of bypass that. It was offshore. It was located in the Bahamas, but a lot of popular traders did it, so I did it too. So then doing this, the first month I didn't make any money. I didn't lose any money, which I felt like okay, I might have made a little over to cover fees, but at the end of the month it covered all the fees, and the fees were like $100 a month because you got to get level 2, you got to get all the stuff. So I started doing that, and the second month was when I got my first my first and only Trade Ideas account. So I opened up Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas has like very, very premium day trading scanners. So it's $120 a month. I highly recommend it. But I started doing this, and it turned my trading up. I was making money. I made like $500 the first month, and I was slowly learning more and gaining more knowledge and becoming, more profitable. So I did this, and time goes by, and here I am. But that was like one of the first things that I learned was one single trade can wipe out 10 profitable trades. So how do you really understand this? This is kind of piggybacking off the second thing. Become a risk management expert. Your biggest thing with trading is managing your risk. Even now, I'm not a professional. I do it full time. I love doing it. So I wouldn't classify myself as a a professional day trader. I would classify myself as a full-time trader who is learning and is still, practicing and, going through learning phases like any trader does, I feel like. So mastering risk management is key. Every time you invest your money, you're risking it. That's the whole idea of it. You're risking money to try to get more money. And what I found was you have to risk. You have to be smart with it. So I only now risk roughly 1%. Okay. And some people risk 2 to 5%, but what I do is I risk 1% to try to make 2 to 5%. So what this means is I could be wrong, twice and still break even. That's the way I look at it. I know a lot of people think it's 3 to 1. That's the ideal. Obviously, 3 to 1 is ideal, risking $1 to make $3. But if you understand risk management, and this could be like a lot of basic things, looking at previous charting history, finding support, getting in on the support, setting your stops 1% below that support line, letting the stock have time to bounce, not hopping out of a trade too early. I found that mental stop losses are better than hard stops, just because if let's say you have a hard stop and hard stop is you tell your broker you want to get out of this position at this price. So you get out of your position and then you see the stock rebound, because sometimes it will tap your whatchamacallit, I can't even think, your stop loss. I'm sorry. It will tap your stop loss and bounce. There's a reason why you put your stop loss there. So make sure it falls below that, not at that price, is a cool little trick that I learned. All right. So the third and final thing that I learned after 2 years of trading, obviously I learned a lot more than 3 things. I learned enough to write frickin' a book, you know what I mean? But emotions are 85% of trading. Now let that sink in. So as you're trading stocks, emotions play 85% of your total outcome. So what this means is emotions are almost everything with trading. The other 15% is the basic stuff. It's, patterns, support, resistance, trend line, stuff everyone knows. But everybody knows support and resistance, but how come you still aren't profitable? It's because your emotions are killing you. So what I started doing is I really started to practice, dealing with them. I wouldn't look at my P&L, and I feel like a lot of people should do that trade. I know, like, when you look at your P&L, that's why I'm not a huge fan of TD Ameritrade, because if you have your active trading up, you instantly see your P&L and you stare at it. That's what I started doing. So when I started trading more, I wouldn't look at it, and I would look at the chart, and I had to literally change the active trading so I wouldn't look at it. So I started doing this, and that really helped me, because if, let's say, I was in a position and the stock started falling down, instead of realizing, okay, maybe it will bounce back up, and the stock's continuing to fall, and it's way past my stop loss, and I'm just staring at this P&L, instead of now looking at it and saying, okay, hit my stop loss, I'm out, boom, I'm out $30, whatever, okay, compared to, oh, it'll keep rebounding, and the stock's, you're down $100, and then 150, and you're like, it's gonna rebound, instead of cutting your losses early and riding it way up. and really cutting your losses early, and that's pretty much it. But so now on the opposite side, the stock's going up, and what do you think? You're thinking, I got to get out. I got to get out of this position. I got to get out. I got to make the money. I got to make the money. I got to make the money. Instead of realizing, okay, the stock is still on a support line. Let's give it some time. Let's get it some time to set up and some time that it will continue to push up. So, obviously those are some of the things that I learned after 2 years of trading. So the first one, a single trade can wipe out 10 profitable trades before then. That's why you have to be kind of piggybacking. This is number 2. You have to be a master of risk management. Risk 1% to make anywhere from 2 to 5%, in my opinion. And then the last and the third and final thing of the podcast is emotions are 85% of trading. So, take that and roll with it and become a master of trading. Also, we're going to be starting a blog. Yay! We're starting a blog. I know. I'm busy enough, but I'm going to be posting the blog 3 days a week, I believe. And really the topics we're going to be covering are day trading, investing, and money management. So very similar to my YouTube channel and the podcast. So we'll see you guys tomorrow in another episode. Remember to always not tomorrow. We'll see you next Monday in another episode. If you guys want to pick out a topic, let me know. You guys can just email me at trade like Carter, or you can just send me a message on like Instagram or something, and I'll make a video for you. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a good one. Peace out. Bam.